Hey, Alex!
The management assumes little responsibility. I'm sorry we didn't have more to offer, but there's plenty of fruit anyway. And there's this.
Sit anywhere.
All right.
Alex?
Wait a minute. Wait for me. Thanks be to God who gives us oatmeal. Amen. What was that you said?
I said who gives us oatmeal.
But you know,
I'd like to give thanks for oatmeal.
You can go along to the kitchen. It's all set out for you.
Remember, I'm in charge.
Please, sit down.
Hey, Mom, guess what? Ted likes girls. Are you a blabbermouth?
Help yourself.
Won't you have some?
I'm afraid I don't have much of an appetite.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with my asking.
I seem to be a little hungry too.
Mom, Alice didn't do a very good job cleaning up. He's still a little bit stinky. You shouldn't say stinky. Pardon me. He had a face out of him of a lone compost. Number 5.
Alex is the gardener of the family.
He's full of plants for a quarter acre.
They're good plants. Scientific. Crop rotation. Small scale, conserved plowing. Give our brother Alex another year, and he'll be growing a good part of our food.
Some people get the most ridiculous idea about the Doss family diet.
Really?
Yeah, they expect something like you bang the menu. It's so silly. Do you know what Alex is growing out in that garden? Popcorn. That's what he's growing. How many can you get? There's nothing more to pull over attention than popcorn.
No doubt about it.
But this isn't popcorn. What is it?
Donnie told you, just the usual everyday lunch.
You haven't had any yet, have you?
I guess I've been talking too much.
My mother's cooking. I'm telling you.
Mrs. Doss can make the most ordinary dish taste so interesting.
Well, I'm interested, all right.
You didn't say what this is.
Basically, it's a cream sauce.
I found the taste a little unusual, but I suppose if you have it every day.
What's in the cream sauce?
It's supposed to be a mix between chicken and tuna.
Don't they have a name for it?
I don't know the exact name.
she means she doesn't know the scientific name. But generally, it's known as rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake!
I suppose they're quite careful about moving out the poison.
I would say so.
I mean, there'd be laws about it. They'd be prohibited.
Dear, there's no chance of poison. As a matter of fact, the snake is considered a great delicacy in the Orient.
Well, I'm no Oriental.
But rattlesnake, that's American. It's not like you're eating cream cobra.
It's no use, Donnie.
As far as I know, that rattlesnake came straight from Texas.
Now you're being offensive.
Dear, we do have a lot of rattlesnakes in Texas.
Yes, but we don't have them for lunch. Can you picture our daughter serving food like this, living the sort of life
You're
where
making so much out of this lunch.
we were invited to see for ourselves? It's time we face the facts.
What facts?
Move along, right now.
Oh, wait.
And take the remains of this reptile with you. Now, what facts were you referring to?
The fact is that this right here is our only daughter. And we're worried for her. We wouldn't want her to get caught up in something that might make her unhappy.
But I always...
It isn't you, Donnie.
And another thing, we've never had a rattlesnake before.
Oh, that was perfectly obvious. After I caught my breath. But a stranger jumps to conclusions, and as his family grows, you'll meet more and more stupidity like that.
We know. We didn't go into this blindly. Our children will have to face hurts and snow. Yes, we know.
But they're having a happy, secure time now. They're having a chance to develop a protective sense of humor. And they're being taught to pity
Japanese Korean, they'll always be a little browner than their brother Donnie. We can't lighten their skin. But maybe, and perhaps it's possible, we can lighten their load.
Look, Reverend, I like all that I've seen of this family. I admire what you're doing, truly. But you do know it's a bitter battle, and I hope that our daughter can just stay out of it.
I could stay out of it. I've already explained.
It wouldn't work.
It will. Donnie doesn't want to spend his life crusading. Do you?
Gosh, no.
You see, we wind up in a place of our own 3,000 miles from here. We'd be so far away from any problem.
Dan, I wouldn't say it's out of the question.
There, Donnie, you see?
But how can you be so sure there wouldn't be an embarrassment sometime?
We'd manage. We'd see to it.
What do you mean, embarrassment?
Please, let me.
Sure, Ned. What about Timmy, Ted, Laura, Diane, Alex, all of them? They're my brothers and my sisters. And wherever I was at, they have a standing invitation. I'd expect we have big doings on Thanksgiving, and for sure at Christmas. And we all feel the same way. And that's only natural. You see, we're all of the same family.
There's no point in discussing it further.
Come along, dear.
It was breaking out, and you spoiled it.
But that's the last thing.
But you won't do anything. Not the slightest concession. It doesn't mean enough.
But it does. It's about the most
It
important.
should be, but not with you. Isn't there something about forsaking all others?
Sure, but it's not intended the way you mean it.
There's no use. You won't be the least bit reasonable. It's hopeless. I guess I'll be going off to college pretty soon, and it wouldn't do to be going off to college right in someone's class ring, would it?
Ned, no.
There's so many things to send to. Goodbye.
Dear,
There is just one more thing. I'll have to see to it that a denial is circulated through the paper that printed the original story.
The papers.
Then all this whole thing can be forgotten. I'm sorry.
It's something, a son like you.
What do you mean, Dad?
He means we're proud of you.
Proud. More like coming out of the papers. And Miss Parkinson, I fixed everything.
But you and Nan.
That, just a school romance.
Hey, Doc. Look what I found in Gregory's playpen.
What is it?
A big can of salmon.
You wouldn't take the rattlesnake, not Gregory.
Donnie, you want to have tagged out for my chemistry set? Luminous paint, different shades of ink?
Sure, I've got time. We'll make something. Hey, Alex? That'll be fun. I've got lots of time. Come to think of it, I got all the time in the world.